All right, get ready, because today we are taking a deep dive into one of the most fascinating concepts in Hindu mythology.
The Trimurti?
The Trimurti.
That's Brahma, Vishnu.
And Shiva.
And Shiva.
The big three.
The cosmic trio behind creation, preservation, and destruction.
That's right.
And we've got a stack of ancient scriptures and philosophical texts to kind of untangle this whole idea.
That's a big one.
It is a really big one.
You know, and it's a question that's puzzled even devout Hindus for centuries.
Yeah.
Who came first?
That is what I find so intriguing.
It's a good one.
It's not a simple, this, then that timeline.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you even begin to unravel that kind of cosmic mystery?
Yeah, you got to lay some groundwork first.
We do need some
groundwork. Yeah, I got to understand who these guys are.
Before we get lost in the who came first debate.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we're all on the same page
Agreed.
about who these deities actually are. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's easy to get lost in the abstract, so grounding ourselves in the specifics is key.
Okay.
Let's start with Brahma, the creator.
Okay. Brahma.
Often depicted with 4 heads.
4 heads?
Each representing a Veda.
Okay.
Those ancient sacred texts. It's like he's embodying the very source of knowledge and wisdom from which the universe springs.
So he's not just snapping his fingers and poof, universe appear.
No.
There's intention.
Much more to it.
And intelligence.
Exactly. He's the cosmic architect, bringing forth the universe at the dawn of each cycle.
Okay.
And speaking of cycles, that's actually a crucial point to understanding this whole who came first conundrum.
Okay.
But we'll get back to that.
We'll get back to that.
For now, let's move on to Vishnu, the preserver.
The preserver Vishnu?
Yes. So if Brahma is the architect, is Vishnu like the caretaker?
Oh, that's good.
Making sure everything runs smoothly.
That's a good analogy.
Right. Vishnu is all about maintaining cosmic order and balance.
Okay.
You often see him depicted with blue skin.
Blue skin?
Holding symbols like a conch shell.
Okay.
And discuss each representing different aspects of his power.
Interesting.
And what's really captivating about Vishnu are his 10 avatars.
Ah, yes, the avatars.
Those avatars.
I've heard about those, but honestly, I'm a little fuzzy on the details. They're not just different outfits, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
These are deliberate incarnations Vishnu takes on to restore righteousness and balance whenever the world goes astray.
When the world goes astray.
Think of Rama from the Ramayana,
an
embodiment of duty and virtue.
Yes.
Or Krishna from the Mahabharata, teaching us about devotion and the complexities of Dharma.
So it's like he's stepping into the story of the universe, taking an active role in shaping events.
Exactly. He's not just passively preserving. He's ensuring the well-being of all creation through direct action.
Through direct action.
Okay. And this brings us to the third member of our cosmic trio, Shiva the Destroyer.
Okay, Destroyer.
The Destroyer.
The Destroyer always sounds a bit intense.
Right.
Is he the bad guy of the Trimurti?
Not necessarily. It's more nuanced than that.
Okay.
See, in Hinduism, destruction isn't always negative.
Okay.
It's often about transformation.
Okay.
The necessary ending that paves the way for new beginnings.
I see.
Think of it like a forest fire that clears out dead wood.
Okay.
To allow new growth.
So less blowing things up and more clearing the path.
That's it.
For something new to emerge.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
Shiva embodies this principle. He's often depicted with a third eye.
A third eye.
Symbolizing spiritual insight.
Okay.
That ability to see beyond the surface.
Okay.
And that snake around his neck.
Oh, the snake.
It represents the cyclical nature of time. The endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth.
Which brings us back to that big question. Who came first? If it's all a cycle, where do you even find a beginning?
And that's the crux of it.
Okay.
The concept of time in Hinduism is cyclical.
Cyclical.
Not linear.
Okay.
Imagine vast cosmic cycles called kalpas.
Kalpas.
Each containing yugas, or ages.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The universe is born, flourishes, decays, and dissolves, only to be reborn again.
Only to be reborn again.
Like a cosmic dance.
A cosmic dance.
With no true beginning or end.
So asking who came first is almost like asking what's north of the North Pole.
It's a paradox, isn't it?
It is a paradox.
It's a question that breaks down when you're dealing with a circle.
Yeah.
Precisely. And to make things even more interesting.
Okay.
Different Puranas, those ancient Hindu scriptures, offer varying perspectives on the supremacy of each deity.
On the supremacy.
For instance, the Brahma Purana highlights Brahma as the ultimate creator.
Okay.
While the Vishnu Purana places emphasis on Vishnu as the supreme deity.
Wait, so different scriptures have different takes on who's in charge?
It's not a monolithic viewpoint.
It's not a monolithic viewpoint.
That's part of what makes Hinduism so fascinating.
Okay.
It embraces diversity of thought and interpretation.
Uh-huh.
And this actually leads us to a particularly mind-bending perspective.
Oh, here we go.
Advaita Vedanta.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's the Advaita Vedanta take on this cosmic puzzle?
Well, Advaita Vedanta, meaning non-dualistic, proposes that Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are ultimately expressions of a single unified reality called Brahman.
So not separate entities competing for dominance.
No.
But facets of the same underlying force essence. I'm struggling for the right word here.
You're on the right track.
Okay.
Imagine Brahman as a vast, boundless ocean.
The ocean.
Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are like waves or currents within that ocean, distinct yet inseparable from the source.
That's a very helpful analogy. So from this viewpoint, the question of who came first loses its meaning.
Right. Because they're all manifestations of the same ultimate reality.
Exactly. And this raises an even more profound question.
Okay.
If they're interconnected like this, how do their roles actually play out in the grand scheme of things?
That's what I'm dying to know. How does this cosmic dance actually work?
Well, let's consider this.
Okay.
Creation needs preservation to have meaning, right?
That's true.
A universe that constantly flickers in and out of existence wouldn't be much of a universe.
Right.
Vishnu steps in to ensure the continuation of Brahma's creation, maintaining order and balance.
But things can't stay static forever, right? Yeah. Change is inevitable, even in the cosmos.
You're absolutely right, and that's where Shiva's transformative power comes into play.
Okay.
Destruction in this context is not about annihilation.
Right.
It's about making way for the new ending that leads to new beginnings.
Okay.
Think of it like the cycle of seasons.
Okay.
Spring's birth requires winter's decay.
So it's a delicate balance.
It is a cosmic interplay of forces.
Yes.
Each deity playing a crucial part.
Uh-huh.
Brahma creates, Vishnu preserves, Shiva transforms.
Yes.
And the cycle continues.
And what's remarkable is that this cosmic dance isn't just happening out there in the universe. Right. It's mirrored in our own lives.
Oh, wow.
We experience creation in birth, preservation in life, and transformation in death.
Oh.
We're part of this eternal rhythm, too.
That's pretty profound.
It is.
It's like the Trimurti is a blueprint for understanding not just the cosmos, but ourselves as well.
And that's what makes exploring these ancient myths so rewarding.
Okay.
They offer us a framework for grappling with the big question.
Yeah.
The very nature of existence.
Okay, I'm already feeling like my brain is doing cosmic yoga.
I love that.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
The roles of the Trimurti, this cyclical concept of time, and even dipped our toes into the deep waters of Advaita Vedanta.
Yes, we did, yeah.
But before we get completely swept away by this cosmic current, I'm curious to unpack those different Puranas you mentioned.
Okay.
You said they offer different viewpoints.
They do, and it's a testament to the richness and diversity within Hinduism.
Okay.
It's not about choosing one right answer, but appreciating the multitude of perspectives.
All right, let's dive into those Puranas.
Let's do it.
And see what kind of insights they offer.
Okay.
What kind of narratives do they paint about the Trimurti?
Oh, I can't wait to get into this.
Me too. So we were about to explore these Puranas and how they approach the Trimurti.
Right.
It's almost like getting different versions of the same cosmic story, right?
That's a great way to think about it.
Yeah.
Each Purana offers a unique lens through which to view Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, emphasizing different aspects of their nature and roles.
Okay.
They're not meant to be contradictory, but rather complementary pieces of a larger puzzle.
Okay, I'm ready to start piecing this puzzle together.
All right.
What's the first Purana we're looking at?
Let's start with the Brahma Purana.
Brahma Purana, okay.
As we touched on earlier, this text really glorifies Brahma as the ultimate creator.
The ultimate creator.
It delves into the intricate details of how he brought the universe into being, crafting the worlds and beings we know.
So it's almost like reading the blueprints of creation from the architect himself.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It emphasizes Brahma's immense power, knowledge, and the sheer scale of his creation.
Okay.
It's a fascinating exploration of cosmic origins and the creative impulse that underlies everything.
That makes me think of the saying in the beginning was the word Brahma with his 4 heads representing the Vedas.
Right.
Those sacred words of knowledge. It's like he embodies that very principle.
A brilliant connection.
Yeah.
Now let's shift our focus to the Vishnu Purana.
Vishnu Purana.
This one, as you might guess, takes a Vishnu-centric approach.
Okay.
Highlighting him as the preserver and protector of the universe.
And what sets the Vishnu Purana apart?
It really dives into Vishnu's various avatars.
Okay.
And their epic deeds.
Their epic deeds.
Remember those incarnations we talked about earlier?
Yes.
Ramakrishna and others? The Vishnu Purana brings them to life.
Wow.
Showcasing how Vishnu actively intervenes to uphold cosmic order and righteousness.
Okay, so less about the initial act of creation and more about what happens after the universe is set in motion.
Exactly.
Okay.
It emphasizes Vishnu's constant vigilance.
Okay.
His willingness to step into the world and course correct whenever things go astray.
When things go astray?
It's a testament to the idea that preservation isn't passive.
Right.
It requires active engagement and even sacrifice.
So we have the Brahma Purana celebrating the grand architect and the Vishnu Purana showcasing the vigilant protector. What about the Shiva Purana?
The Shiva Purana.
Yeah.
This one is truly unique.
Okay.
Extolling Shiva as the ultimate reality, the source of not just destruction, but creation and preservation as well.
Wait, so Shiva is the source of everything.
That's the perspective offered here.
Even the things we typically associate with Brahma and Vishnu.
That's what this one says.
Wow.
The Shiva Purana dives deep into Shiva's cosmic dance, his profound ascetic practices, and his power to annihilate and regenerate.
Wow.
It paints him as the ultimate force.
Okay.
The one who transcends all limitations. And encompasses all aspects of existence.
That's a pretty powerful image.
It is.
Shiva is this all-encompassing force, both terrifying and awe-inspiring.
Right.
I'm starting to see how each Purana provides a different lens through which to view the Trimurti.
Right.
It's not about picking a winner or declaring one deity supreme.
Not at all.
But rather appreciating the multifaceted nature of the divine.
Yes.
And the diverse interpretations that arise from these ancient texts.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
It's like they're offering us different angles on the same magnificent mountain.
Okay.
Each perspective adds to our understanding, enriching the overall picture.
Okay. I'm really starting to grasp the big picture here.
Good.
It's not about a rigid hierarchy or a competition between these deities. It's about recognizing the intricate interplay between creation, preservation, and destruction, and how these forces are constantly at work, both in the universe and within ourselves.
And this understanding brings us back to the Advaita Vedanta perspective, which takes this interconnectedness to a whole new level. Remember, Advaita Vedanta proposes that the Trimurti is ultimately a manifestation of a single ultimate reality, Brahmazaya.
Right, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are like facets of the same divine diamond.
Yes.
And from this viewpoint, the whole debate of who came first kind of melts away.
Exactly. It's not about separating or ranking these deities. It's about recognizing their inherent unity. They arise from the same source, and they ultimately flow back into that source.
It's like realizing that waves are just different expressions of the ocean.
A perfect analogy.
Right.
And that's the beauty of Advaita Vedanta. It invites us to move beyond the limitations of duality and perceive the interconnectedness of all things. To see the unity that underlies all apparent diversity.
That's a pretty profound concept to wrap my head around.
It is.
So how does one even begin to grasp this concept of Brahman? This ultimate reality.
It's a big one.
That seems to transcend all form and duality.
It's a question that's been pondered by sages and philosophers for millennia. It's a journey of self-discovery, a process of inquiry and contemplation.
Wow.
But what we can say is that understanding the Trimurti, with all its complexities and nuances, can offer us valuable insights along the way. It's like a map that points us towards the ultimate destination, even if the path itself is uniquely personal.
So it's not just about memorizing myths or reciting scriptures.
It's more than that.
It's about using these ancient teachings as a springboard for self-reflection and spiritual exploration.
Exactly. That's what makes this deep dive into the Hindu Trimurti so rewarding. It's not just about accumulating knowledge, but about expanding our understanding of ourselves and the universe we inhabit.
I'm really feeling that. This has been an incredible journey so far.
It has.
We've explored the roles of the Trimurti, the cyclical nature of time in Hinduism, the different perspectives offered by the Puranas.
Right.
And even ventured into the profound depths of Advaita Vedanta.
Deep waters.
Deep waters, yeah.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
I know. I feel like we've just...
There are still so many layers to this cosmic onion.
Yeah.
But before we peel back another layer,
okay,
let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned so far.
Okay.
We'll come back and explore what this all means for us as individuals navigating the complexities of life.
Okay, we're back, and I am still reeling from that last mind-bending discussion about Brahman.
I know. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, it's amazing how these ancient concepts can still feel so relevant, you know?
Absolutely. It's a testament to the enduring wisdom embedded in these traditions.
Right.
They speak to something fundamental about the human experience.
Yeah.
Something that transcends time and culture.
Totally. So before we wrapped up the last segment, we were talking about exploring the symbolism of the Trimurti.
Yes.
And what it all means for us as individuals. I'm really curious to connect those dots.
Yeah.
How can these cosmic principles actually guide our lives?
That's where the rubber meets the road, right?
Yeah.
Let's start with Brahma, the creator.
Oh, okay.
We often think of creation as something grand and cosmic, but each of us engages in acts of creation every day.
Okay, I'm following, but how am I someone who struggles to even draw a stick figure?
Right?
Embodying Brahma's creative energy.
Think beyond just artistic expression. We create relationships, we build careers, we cook meals, we write stories.
Yeah.
All these acts involve bringing something new into being, shaping the world around us.
Okay.
That's the Brahma energy within us, that spark of imagination and the power to manifest our visions.
So it's about recognizing that creative potential within ourselves.
Yes.
Regardless of whether we consider ourselves artists in the traditional sense.
Precisely. And remember Brahma's 4 heads representing the Vedas.
Yes.
That highlights the role of knowledge and wisdom in the creative process. We need to cultivate our minds, learn from the experiences of others, and draw upon the vast wellspring of human knowledge to fuel our own creative endeavors.
And what about Saraswati Brahma's consort?
Yes.
We mentioned she represents learning and the arts.
Yes.
How does she fit into this picture?
Saraswati embodies the refinement of that creative energy. She's all about eloquence, grace, and finding the most beautiful and effective expression of our ideas. Think of a musician mastering their instrument. Or a writer crafting the perfect sentence.
Right.
That's Saraswati's influence.
So Brahma is the spark and Saraswati is the guiding hand that shapes that spark into something beautiful and impactful.
A wonderful way to put it. Now let's shift gears and consider Vishnu the Preserver.
Okay, Vishnu.
We've talked about him representing compassion, mercy, righteousness.
Right.
But how do those qualities translate into tangible actions in our lives?
I imagine it's about more than just being nice. It has to connect to that concept of dharma, right?
Sure.
Maintaining cosmic order.
You're spot on. Vishnu's role is about upholding that cosmic order, ensuring balance and harmony.
Okay.
And for us, that means striving to live in alignment with our highest values, treating others with kindness and compassion,
right,
making choices that contribute to the well-being of ourselves and the world around us.
So it's about aligning our actions with a sense of greater good, acting in a way that promotes balance and righteousness, almost like a cosmic version of the golden rule, you know?
Exactly.
Treat others as you would like to be treated.
And Vishnu's avatars provide inspiring examples of how to embody these principles in action.
Yes.
Rama exemplifies duty and integrity.
Right.
Krishna teaches us about love devotion and fulfilling our purpose.
Okay.
They're like archetypes of dharma in action, showing us different paths to righteous living.
And what about Lakshmi Vishnu's consort?
Yes.
We mentioned she represents prosperity and abundance. What's the deeper meaning there?
Lakshmi reminds us that true prosperity encompasses more than just material wealth.
Okay.
It's about cultivating a sense of well-being in all areas of our lives. Physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual.
Wow.
It's about gratitude, generosity, and sharing our gifts with the world.
So it's about recognizing the abundance that already exists within us and in the world around us.
Yes.
And then using those resources wisely and compassionately.
Beautifully said. Now let's turn our attention to the often misunderstood Shiva, the transformer.
Okay, Shiva.
We talked about how destruction in this context is more about transformation.
Right.
Clearing away the old to make way for the new.
Right. That's the part that always throws me for a loop.
I understand.
How can destruction be a positive force?
Think about it like this.
Okay.
We all cling to things, beliefs, habits, relationships that may have served us in the past but no longer do. They become stagnant, limiting our growth.
Yeah.
Shiva's energy is about recognizing when something needs to end, to be released so that something new can emerge.
So it's about letting go of what no longer serves us, even if it feels painful or scary.
Sometimes.
Like a cosmic decluttering.
Precisely. It's about embracing change, recognizing that endings are often necessary for new beginnings to occur. Shiva's third eye symbolizes that inner vision, that ability to see beyond the surface and recognize what needs to be transformed.
It's like he's showing us that sometimes we need to break down the old structures to build something better, something more aligned with our true potential.
And Parvati, Shiva's consort, plays a crucial role in this process. She embodies love, devotion, and the power to soften those intense, transformative energies.
Oh, wow.
She reminds us that even in the midst of destruction, there's always an underlying current of love and compassion guiding the way.
So Shiva and Parvati work together to help us navigate those inevitable cycles of destruction and renewal. Reminding us that even endings can be beautiful and transformative.
Exactly. And when we consider the Trimurti as a whole, it offers a profound framework for understanding the ebb and flow of life. Brahma's creative energy inspires us to bring our unique gifts into the world. Vishnu's preserving nature guides us to act with compassion and integrity. And Shiva's transformative power reminds us to embrace change and let go of what no longer serves us.
Wow, this has been an incredible deep dive.
It has.
We've explored the roles, symbolism, and interconnectedness of the Trimurti, even touching on the mind-blowing concept of Brahman.
I know it's a lot.
I'm walking away with a whole new appreciation for these ancient teachings and how they can inform our lives today.
It's been a pleasure exploring these ideas with you.
Likewise.
And remember, this is just the beginning of your journey. Keep contemplating, keep questioning, and keep discovering the infinite wisdom that these traditions have to offer.
Beautifully said. And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the Hindu Trimurti.